What if Coraline's parents weren't clueless? What if, stay with me here, they knew all along about the other mother and let it happen? It starts with Coraline discovering the small door. She calls for her mother, and her mother makes a deal with her. If she opens the door, Coraline will let her work in peace. When the door is opened, Coraline is met with a brick wall. However, we know that later that night, Coraline would go on and have her first visit to the other world. We can clearly see that the door is unlocked, meaning that Mel never locked it, leaving Coraline able to explore it. The following night, the same process occurs. The mice wake up Coraline, they lead her to the door, and the door is still visibly unlocked. However, this is where the theory comes to light. After her activities in the other world, Coraline goes to sleep in the other world and wakes up in the real world. She goes and checks the status of the door, which is now locked. Why would it be locked now? It's almost as if the mother, Mel, had a change of heart. She changed her mind about the door, maybe realizing the dangers that come with it. When they get back home, Mel realizes that there is barely any food in the fridge and that they need to restock. When her mother leaves, Coraline decides that she wants to go back into the other world. However, now the door is locked, as we said before. Coraline has to search for the key now. She quickly realizes that the key is no longer in the drawer. Instead, the key is hung so high, making it extremely hard to get. Yet Coraline still gets it, and she goes into the other world. This is where the real shift of the movie happens. See, by hiding the key, Mel has just betrayed the Beldam's plot. This leads to her and the real father being taken hostage. The parents were taken hostage for betraying the Beldam. Now, I know what you're thinking. The reason that Mel, Coraline's mother, locked the door was because she found rat feces nearby. However, what was she really expecting? She had to tear through the paint just to open the door. Was she not worried about anything then? It doesn't really make sense, and it's not very logical. If Mel was really worried about the rats, she would have never opened the door in the first place. Yet she did. And as a result of her keeping the door open, Coraline was able to go into the other world 2 times through the door. However, on the 3rd time, it was locked. When Coraline went to go get the key, she went into the other world, but she soon realized that the other world was not what she wanted. When she came back home after escaping, she realized that her parents were gone. As a punishment for the betrayal of the Beldam, Coraline's parents knew that Coraline was miserable. They didn't care about the food that they cooked. They didn't spend time with her, and they just kind of brushed her off. But something changed, a change of heart, and this caused Mel to lock the door and hide the key. This leads us to speculate that whatever deal she had with the Beldam didn't go through, or maybe she just changed her mind. The worst part of all is that Coraline's parents didn't go missing. They became trapped in a snow globe, almost on display, as a form of humiliation by the Beldam. Think about it. Why would the Beldam place Coraline's parents in a snow globe right there in the living room? If she really wanted to have leverage over Coraline, wouldn't she just hide them and be in total control? Why would she let Coraline see them? Regardless of that though, when Coraline escapes from the other world, we see that her parents seem to have no memory of what happened. But why? They don't see the snow melting off their clothes, and when Coraline mentions it, it's as if she's crazy once again. However, that's exactly what they want Coraline to feel, that she's crazy. They want to make her feel like she's the only one going through this. They remember everything that happened to them, but they're too ashamed to admit it. They're too ashamed to come out and tell the truth. I mean, what would they even tell Coraline? That they try to get rid of her, and that midway they change their minds? It's easier for them just to brush it off. That's really all I have to say about this theory. If you guys have anything else to add, or any other theories that you guys want me to talk about, make sure to comment it down below. And I'll see you guys next time.